So first, I want to thank everybody for joining, and selamat siang, selamat datang di Alibaba Conferencia. I hope my Indonesian is great. Okay, and let's just cut right to the chase. The topic today is how cloud-native architecture increased the developers and operational teams. So I know some of you are developers and some of you are operation teams like infrastructure, DevOps, but this talk is not only for one of that role. This talk is for everybody. So feel free to enjoy and take away all the summit, because this topic and this session is all about you. It's not about us. It's about we grow with the community. It's about we rise with the community, and it's about we thrive together as a community. So for today's topic, there will be three main tips. First is the application evolution journey, and then cloud native application management, and then cloud native AI acceleration. So I want to share with you these three numbers. That's super important. First, we have 68% of the container users continue growing. This is not our contribution. This is together as a community. The community including all of you sitting and all of you online. So give yourself a warm applause to these contributions. And we are continue growing, has 68% of full stack development and 25% of the serverless. And these are our main contributions for this year. Also, how did we achieve this? We achieved this by deeply involved in these open source projects. As you can see, we have 30,000 contributors to all these open source projects, and we had 1.1 million plus GitHub stars. And some of you are already contributors, and some of you are on the road to become a contributor. But everybody, we are a developer cloud native community, which contributes the whole ecosystem and the whole growth. So how do we achieve this? We have a standard Alibaba managed ACK Kubernetes service, container registry. This is standard, but we also provide edge service, which means you can deploy the same code on the edge service, like Raspberry Pi, like the edge nodes all over the world, anywhere you can imagine, even including these on-premise factories. And we also have ACK1. ACK1 provides you the ability to manage all these infrastructure and multi-environment with just one click on the platform of Alibaba. And this is our base platform, and these are supported via the mid-platform of serverless, of internet architecture, and observatory. Also, I want to share with you the leader quadrant and Alibaba Cloud focus on the acceleration and automation and distribution. These are our key success factor and our capable offering to provide you guys, provide the community the success rate. Now let's talk about how do we migrate, or what are the benefits from the traditional to our cloud native architecture. Here is the traditional one. As you can see, as a developer, as a small company, as an enterprise, you need to manage everything, application, Jupyter, MySQL, message queue, everything. However, in cloud native, you don't need to worry about that. The only thing you want to focus your valuable time and effort is just the white area. You only need to care about your application. You only need to care about how you consume the message. And that's it. The rest we will share with you. We will offer you to the community. And so you can focus directly on the business, to the business, and grow as a business. So here is the overall architecture. I know it's quite messy. It's overwhelming. But the key point is we provide you cloud ops. We provide you dev secure ops. We provide you AI ops and FinOps. So we not only provide you the safety, scalability, and also we provide you the money saving of the FinOps. And how do we achieve this? As you can see, for the left side, we provide you the scaling capability. We provide you the cost analysis, FinOps. On the bottom side, we provide you the security capability. We provide you the logs, and we provide you the monitoring. And on the right side, we also provide you the DNS. We provide you the security network policy. So all these will provide you a integrated environment for you to achieve your cloud native journey. Also, as a community member, we not only focus on ourselves, but also we want to listen to what community think of us. So that's why we consolidated so many questions. Also, if you have more feedback or questions, feel free to reach out to me and reach out to the community. We summarize these questions into 3 parts. First, reduce complexity, and then increase efficiency, and then finally, ease to use. In the rest of the topic, you will see how we achieve this via our products on the cloud. Cloud native application management, this is how we achieve this. First, about, there is a saying in Indonesia about how to really achieve things, and it's berhati berharap malamnya belantenti. I hope it's good. So in English, it means don't wish, act now. So this is how we act now. And here, for the scaling capabilities, we can add nodes, we can add pods, and we can add scale via AI algorithm. So you are no longer, as a developer, you no longer need to worry about when my application will crash, or when my business grow, will my application be able to hold this new traffic to continue the business integration and stability. So we will do it for you. How do we do it for you? So first, we have the virtual node in ECI as a scalability effective and methodology. So we can scale the nodes, actual nodes. We can also use the ASK, which is serverless Kubernetes. So you don't even need to be a Kubernetes expert. You can be just a developer. So you could be hear about Kubernetes the first day, and then you can use our platform. So the only thing you need to focus and to be able to do is just the business application. That's it. We will take care of the rest of it. So this is the example of the ease of usage as we summarize from the feedback. We understand our community wants the ease of usage. So this is how you do it. You log in the portal, and here you click add on nodes, and here you click ACK virtual nodes, just click it, and then you will have more nodes also, yeah. And from backend, how we verify this, as you can see here, is a verification of Workloads runtime instance. So you can see here are the 3 key metrics of test autoscaling: empty, ECI, and ACI only. These are the 3 policies. Policy as a code. This is also a new feature. This is not provided in the native Kubernetes. This is a add-on service from Alibaba Cloud. Yeah. And now I also wanted to talk about the AI predictive maintenance, which is also advanced horizontal port autoscaling. So here is the workload versus the time. So traditionally, there is a time gap. When the workloads goes up, they always need some time to respond and to scale. However, we have predictively maintained, and we have left shift the workload line. So you will be able to maintain the huge traffic via the predictive maintenance. So how do we verify this? I'm just saying, right? There's no actual proof of it. So here is a proof. This is the CPU usage. And for the blue line is actual usage. For the green line is our predictive maintenance. As you can see, our prediction is quite stable and quite effective. And that's why we can keep every usage under our minimal availability area, so that you will be able to 100%, 99.999939% sure that your application is capable of holding the growing traffic. Okay, we have finished about the auto-scaling. What about the integration? What about the efficiency? Are we capable of integrating with the community? So by community, we mean GitHub, we mean the security side, of course, SonarQube, GitLeaks, Sync, OSWAP. These are our community members who provide security. And with our DevSecOps CI/CD pipeline, we will be capable of integrating with the security components and provide you the continual integration and continual deployment. And let's talk about ASK. ASK, let's remind the paraphrase is called serverless Kubernetes. So ASK can be also integrated into GitLab. Everybody loves open source. GitLab is open source. And with GitLab Runner integrated with ASK, we will be easily deploy and do the CI/CD pipeline. Also, it will easily push the image to OSS. OSS is Alibaba Cloud Objective Storage, which also provide a part of the CDN functionality. So you will be capable of pulling your image super fast and super quick. This is also taken away from the feedback from the users and from the communities. Now let's talk about observatory. After we are capable of delivering and continue building, now we need to operate. This is for the DevOps guys, infrastructure depot. So here we have 4 key capabilities. First, ARMS, monitoring, and then log service, Grafana, and the Prometheus. Before continuing, I want to ask the community several questions. Have you experienced that your Docker crashed and you forget about where I can check the logs? Logs just disappeared. So with the log service, you will be capable of doing that, do the QA. And if you are just a developer, and if your company doesn't have enough infrastructure people to support you, you will do the QA yourself via just easily checking the logs. Also, here is a cloud-native based observatory on the achievement. So how to use? Super easy. Go to the panel, click Marketplace, and go to the ACK ARMS, and then you can have everything that mentioned online. And here's the inspection. Inspection is also a super important functionality we provide to developers. Also, we will do it in a way of question and answer. Think about it. How many times you forgot to define the maximum CPU and memory usage of your container? Then it crashed, and then the whole cluster crashed, right? So we will use the YAML file auto checker inspector to let you know these check failed. And then you will have the highly summarized memo to, again, revise your deployment file and YAML file. And then let's talk about ACK1. ACK1 is our offering to the whole community, not only ourselves and not only the developers. Because ACK1 is capable of integrating other vendors, including the EKS, AKS, GKE, and the TKE. So we are capable of deploying your code not only to Alibaba environment, but to all the environment that has Kubernetes, including on cloud platform and offline platform. So this is a sample use case. We have a test cluster production and development cluster with ACK1. With one click and one code repository, you will be capable of managing the 3 clusters in different region, in different area in Alibaba Cloud. This is just Alibaba Cloud. And then here is something that more than Alibaba Cloud. Also with ACK1 functionalities, you will be capable of testing it in Alibaba Cloud, of course, and then on-premise, and then on the other cloud. This is the offering we have for the cloud native communities to be capable of using the cloud native of all the vendors, not only just us, but everybody, to grow as a whole piece of the community. And this is the samples of the configuration file. The only thing you need to change is the highlighted one. Compared to the whole YAML file, it's nothing, right? And it also will be automated in the ACK1 as a parameter. Now let's talk about MSE. What is MSE? First, let's talk about the traditional gateway. It's a network gateway, in short. Traditionally, we have 2 layers. First, traffic gateway, and then microservice gateway. So the 2 layers will be traffic overhead, and it will be slow, and also these would be failure points. However, with cloud native gateway, we will be capable of integrating everything, and the stability will be highly secured and fine-tuned. And this is how we reduce the resource usage by 50%. And compared to the traditional Spring Cloud gateway, we are 5 times more than the Zulus. So, yeah. And Microservice Governance is also important when you are a small business and growing into a bigger one. And this is what you need. MSE and ASM is what you need. It segregates into 4 core collaborations. First is a fault injection. It will automatically detect and the network latency and HTTP error codes. So you will be capable of seeing the summary very quickly. And second is common request routing and flow control. Flow control is something that when you ask yourself, if I have a mega campaign, I have 10 times or 100 times of users, will I am able to hold the traffic? Or do I decide to limit the new user, expect more than expectation, and to let the expected user came in? So this is the time when you need to make a decision. Flow control enables you to make the decision, to make sure the stability of the expected 100 million, and let the 200 or 150 million people waiting, so that your core platform doesn't crash during the mega campaign. And circle breaker also is connected to the upper stream and with the microservices. Also, let's talk about backup and recovery policy. I know there are lots of financial industries and financial customers. One of the main point is the backup and the recovery according to the compliance. And this is what we offer. What we offer is fully compliant to the financial industry. It's highly regulated and highly compliant. And also, these are very easy to use. 3 steps by 4 clicks. First step, go to application backup, click install. Then go to here, config what you want to backup. And finally, click the configuration and click OK. And then you have it. And now you are financial industry compliant. And after this, I think you have a very good idea of what we offer. And now is our consultancy model. If you want to understand where your business are, where your technical platform maturity is, this is how we evaluate, build, operate, scale, improve, and optimize. So both you is what we provide, and here is the QR code you can scan. With the Google form, you will be capable of answering several questions and know where you are positioned in the both level. And then you will be understand in each level what Alibaba Cloud could offer you to uplift from, let's say, level 2 to level 3 or level 3 to level 4. So feel free to interact with me right now, and I will explain the details of the 5 levels. Also, feel free to connect with us if you have some questions, how to level up your game and provide more stability. So first, this is level 1. Level 1 is called build. What we usually provide and capability is ACK, AC container registry, load balancer, log service. Log service is what we mentioned. If your container crash, and then you can get the logs, and auto-scaling. I will leave 2 seconds to let you guys have a look. Yeah. I see a lot of cameras. And the second is operate. After you build things, then you need to operate. This is when DevOps, security, infra people came in. And then what we need is ARMS. It's like real-time monitoring. But if you are very familiar with Prometheus and Grafana, this is also great. We are capable of integrating the open source software with managed version. So you don't need to manage the Prometheus and the Grafana. It is cloud native. You just open it, install it, and you can use it. And then after the operation, then you will be thinking about scaling. And then we have all kinds of scalability capabilities mentioned at first. We also have provide the AI capability as well. And then we have the improvements, what we do in improvements. The security. Security is what we focus on. As you can see, the governance and the event center, and also the cloud trail to understand what your team has done on the cloud platform is also important. And finally, optimize. Then we are talking about the secure ops, AI ops, FinOps, and DevSecure ops. Okay, we have a good understanding of the cloud native. Now what? Now we are talking about the AI acceleration. What we can do to improve the AI applications. Everybody is familiar with ChatGPT right now, but training the ChatGPT is expensive. What we want to do is we want to lower the barrier to be able to let everybody train your own ChatGPT version. What we do? We provide the GPU as a service. So Kubernetes inherently it doesn't provide you the container GPU, but we can. So after the optimization in the infrastructure level, you just click on AI acceleration and you can use the elastic training or inference, and then you can just start using. The only thing what you need is just the Python code or the AI code with all kinds of language, and then that's it. You can deploy on our Kubernetes development area, and then it will run on the GPU. How we achieve this? First, we have several GPUs. However, having GPU is expensive, especially owning a whole GPU will cost you millions of dollars a year. How we can reduce the cost? We share. We share GPU with several different users via environment segregation of Kubernetes. So with the sharing, for example, the pod 1 and pod 2 is sharing GPU 0. So at the idle time of pod 1, pod 2 can use. However, when we are sharing, we will concern about the data security. We will concern about the availability. This is confirmed because during the configuration, we will set the GPU memory usage. And GPU memory usage will make sure your availability. And data security will be ensured via the Kubernetes segregation, native segregation. So everything's confirmed, and we also can provide you the low-cost trainable GPU offering. So this is how we work for the auto-scaling, for the scaling of the GPU nodes. Like auto-scaling, we are capable of doing the horizontal and the vertical scaling at the same time. If your node, GPU node is full, and you still want to have the scalability, then we will scale up the with instance, GPU instance, and provide you the virtual nodes. For example, this is a BERT language model, BERT training model, and then, as you can see, we reduced more than 60% via the HPA trigger. And this is the monitoring of Prometheus. Here is the cloud-native architecture, what we can build. This is the roadmap for the core architecture for the AI platform. So with this, everybody is capable of training and deploying your own ChatGPT with a low cost. And here, if you want to learn more, we embrace and we welcome the community to visit our YouTube channel, and feel free to have the training of the free courses, and welcome to have a look. Yeah. Thanks everybody for the cloud native introduction.